everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is India, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make wax melts 3 different ways using mica. So first of all, I'm going to be using clamshells today because this is just going to be the easiest way to show you all how this is going to look. You can do this using clamshells or molds any way you want to do. I'm also going to be using soy wax 494 for these wax melts, as that is a tart wax for this too. I'm not going to be using fragrance oil today, so today is literally just to show you how you can add this with mica. Mica isn't typically used in candles that are being burned, but it can be if you know how to do it. But in wax melts, you can use however little as you'd like. So let's get this started. I will place all the things that are used in the description box below as well. So make sure to check that out. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on all the social medias. So first off, like I said, I'm going to be using my hot wax because it's just for testing purposes. I'm not really concerned about the temperature of how I'm pouring or anything like that, just because I'm not using fragrance oil. I'm just adding the mica to it. So in this first scenario, you'll be able to see that I am pouring the hot wax, the melted wax, directly into the clamshell. The easiest way sometimes to fill up the clamshell is to literally just pour it straight in the middle, and then it will fill up all the sides. Clamshells hold 3 ounces of wax in them, if you were wondering. So I melted out 3 ounces of wax. Right now I'm just using a bamboo skewer in order to get some of the air bubbles out, because normally I would pour slower, so that way that doesn't happen. But if it does happen, that's a way to do it, or to fix the problem. Next up, I am choosing my mica color. Of course, for this demonstration purpose, I am going to use purple, because if you notice anything about me, purple is my favorite color. So all of the micas I use are from Mad Micas. I'm using this grape Nehi color. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I love Mad Micas. They are an incredible company. They're also just incredible people. You can tell they care about their customers so much, and their micas are just absolutely gorgeous. So gorgeous to use in both this and in soap making. So the thing with 494 is it cools really, really fast. So if you're using it for tarts or molds or anything like that, it does cool really fast. So just be careful. So the first way I'm going to show you how to do this is to just dust mica on top. So I have this tea strainer, and you can put mica inside of it. I'm trying to get it to focus, but it's not. But you get the point. You can use a tea strainer. You can put your mica inside of it. And then once you put your mica inside of it, you can just kind of tappy and put the mica on top. The problem with this is if you do it while it's too hot, like it is now, it doesn't go on evenly. I don't know what causes it to go towards the sides like it does, if it's surface tension or some sort of other biology or chemistry thing that causes the mica to go towards the sides as it's being sat on top. But this is one way to do it, just so you have colorant on the top of it. See, you can notice how the mica is just kind of separating out and going towards either end of the clamshell. I mean, it's really cool to watch if you're into science or things like that, like I am, but just put it out there. Looks like a petri dish plate. So while that's cooling off a little bit, I'm going to start working on the second option. So again, I've got 3 ounces of wax. This time I'm taking the end of my bamboo skewer I am getting a little bit of mica. I'm going to re-angle you here so you can see. I'm sticking the end of my bamboo skewer in, and I'm tossing the mica in. And you see, I'm not even measuring. I'm just deciding how much I want. And the best part with mica and wax melts or clamshells, you can use a little bit or you can use a lot, like I did. I'm going to use a lot just so you can really get the point across and you can truly see how this works. Also, I'm using what's known as 1 pound pouring pitchers. And so you see how mica just makes it give that beautiful, swirly, shiny color. That's like the best part about mica. And it looks like that when it melts too. So it just makes your wax melts look so pretty inside of a melter. See that beautiful swirl? Just mixing it up so you can really see it. So what I'm doing off camera is I am just kind of scraping it around because it did just kind of get on the sides while I was doing it. So I just want to make sure that I get it off the sides, and that way it also will be easier to clean when I go to clean the pour pitcher. So now that I've got all of it done, I'm pouring right in the middle of the container, and look how beautiful and swirly and melty, and oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. That's the best part about adding mica to your wax melts. It just does that pretty little swirly, shimmery thing. So finally, I am got my last 3 ounces of wax. This time I'm going to add in candle dye. I'm using this one. It's from Pro Candle Supply Company, and it's just liquid candle dye. My camera doesn't want to focus on it. I also use candle dye from Flaming Candle and Candle Science. They're all great. This one was like one of the first ones I got in the candle making kit that I got from Pro Candle Supply. But I'm using purple. There it goes. I'm using purple just to show what it looks like when you really want to get some true big colors with your mica. So you're going to squeeze the dropper. And we're only using 3 ounces of dye, so I don't need to use, 3 ounces of wax. So I don't need to use that much dye. But for these intensive purposes, I'm using 3 drops, which is actually which is a lot for this amount of wax. And now that I've done that, I'm going to add in some mica. So that way we still get that beautiful shimmery quality when it melts. This time I'm not going to add as much because I'm really not using it as a colorant this time like I did it with the second one. I'm already using colorant, so this time I'm just using it for the actual shimmery quality. So you can see me trying to stir this with a bamboo skewer instead of just getting my spatula out and stirring it like a normal individual, because we want it to make sure all the dye is stirred together and all the mica is stirred together as well. And if you're using fragrance oil, you also want to make sure your fragrance oil is completely stirred in there. If I were using fragrance oil in this, and I was doing this much stirring, I would add the fragrance oil. I would add the mica and the colorant immediately while it's really hot, and then add the fragrance oil after the initial stir. Maybe not as it's completely stirred in, because like I said, this wax cools down really, really fast and it'll get hard. So I would add it then. So here I am going back to the first one, and now that the top is kind of cooled over, I'm trying to add some of the mica to the top to see if that helps. You can kind of see on the sides where it's fallen down a little bit, and you can see now I'm trying to add some to the top and see if it'll stay on top. But yeah, if I was adding fragrance oil as well as mica and colorant, I would add the colorant and the mica while it's still really hot before it's cooled down some. And then after giving it a couple of stirs, I would retake the temp and then add my fragrance oil and then stir it, because it's going to cool down and it will solidify in your container. So now that I've got that all stirred together, I'm going to carefully pour this in my clamshell until it gets nice and full. And you see I let it sit for a long time, so you can see right there in the top corner how firm it's gotten. If I needed the rest, I would take my heat gun to it and melt it down and then pour the rest out. And so now I'm going to let these 3 sit and cool, and then we'll come back and we'll see what they look like. So enjoy this little cooling montage. So as you can see, they are all dried now, and you can see they have changed colors completely. Sorry, my camera kind of died at one point. So the problem with the first method is the mica doesn't just fully incorporate by putting it on top. I mean, you can tell down there on the bottom where it was put in when it was hot, that it's kind of more incorporated in there, but as you can see, it just doesn't fully incorporate. You can see where it's fallen down in it as well. So it's kind of messy to take out. So this is the one we tried to color with mica. We put in quite a bit of mica powder in here. You can see it just has a very light lavender color. It's a little bit darker on the bottom than it is on the top as it kind of settles in place. But it just has a very light lavender color. And then the final method that we did was, of course, adding the actual candle dye to it and also adding mica. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to melt it. We're going to melt a piece of each one and see how it turns out. So now we're going to be doing a melting test. So I'm speeding it up for you guys because obviously this took a little bit. The first one we're doing is the one where we put the mica directly on top. So you just crack it until it pops open. And I've got my electric wax melter. As you can see, I have it right next to my books because that's the best part about wax melts is you're not going to burn down your library. So don't mind all the camera angles. It'll be okay. I'm just trying to get it perfect so you guys can really see it melt. And then we're going to add in some music and we're going to let it ride. Another great thing about wax melts are that they take a long time to melt, so you really get to enjoy the fragrance and you get to spend time with it, and you can put it anywhere and leave it and forget it. If you're using an electric wax melter, these can be used in ones that have the tea lights, and luckily tea lights do go out pretty fast because they're so small. but I really love the electric ones, and then you can get them to fit any decor in your house. So just something to think about. And of course, I do have wax melts up in my shop, which is why I'm showing you guys all of this. So feel free to check out those. So now you can see it's completely melted. See if I bring it up for a close-up. You can kind of see how the mica is just kind of sitting in the wax since it's not fully incorporated. But it still has that swirly feel to it, but it's not fully incorporated. So next up is the one that we used mica as a colorant. So we're cracking the wax melt, taking it out, using it as our colorant, and we're gonna put it down. And we're going to let it melt for a little bit. So as it's melting, you can see how much more purple there is in this, and just how much more when it melts, it brings out that vibrant mica color that you added in there. And since I'm just don't want to waste time, but you can see how nice and swirly that is and how pretty it is and all the shimmer that you get from that mica colorant. And so next up, we're going to do the one where, of course, we added the mica and the purple dye. So as you can see with the one with the purple dye and the mica, of course that is going to give you your overall brightest purple color. It is just going to add all the purple color and all the purple swirls and the shininess to your end product. But I hope that this video helped you all out in some way, shape, or form when deciding to use mica in your products. I'm going to let this finish out. I hope you guys enjoy the candle making and the wax making progress. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on all the social media. Don't forget to hit that bell notification button so you never miss anything. And until next time, keep the spark.